Hello, it's Denise here from luckybitch.com, and today I'm talking about what have been some of the best investments in my business. This is a question I get asked all of the time, so again, happy to share. Let's do it. Okay, so obviously a bit of a disclaimer here. What I spend my money on in my business, I'm not recommending you spend money on in your business necessarily, but I just want to share because I know a lot of people ask me. And I would love to hear from you in the comments as well as you read this, what have been your best investments. Now, the other thing I want to say is that I don't think there is one answer for every stage of business. I think the best investments you can make in your business change over time. So again, you got to invest at where is appropriate for you in business right now. And I remember seeing this very, very recently in one of our business forums is someone said, hey, should I spend $15,000 to spend a day with this high level entrepreneur? The answer totally depends on where you're at in your business. Now, she was quite new in business. She didn't have a really good sense of who she was serving or the products and services or anything like that. So I don't think there are any wrong investments or too expensive investments, but sometimes there are more appropriate things you can spend your money on at different times in your business. Now, for me, I am actually going to spend money like that to go spend a day or two with a high-level entrepreneur. And for me, that is totally worth it because I have a lot of those things in place. And so the return on investment is going to be much easier for me. So that's just my little disclaimer at the start. But I want to share different stages of my business and what were great investments for me. So at the very, very early stages of my business, I was like anyone else and a bit clueless, serving everyone, like not having a really good understanding of what I was doing, but that was cool. What were my best investments? Well, I think my 3 best investments might surprise you. Now, the first one's really obvious, and that was working with a business coach. This was hugely invaluable to me at the start of my business, especially because I really suffered with procrastination because I was scared all of the time in my business. Everything felt really scary, from doing my first workshop to having discovery calls with clients to having to have boundary conversations with clients. All of that stuff was really scary to me, and I needed a lot of support to actually take action in my business, but also hear from someone who was more experienced than me who could tell me what to do because I didn't know. Now, what you spend on a business coach is completely up to you. I would say at the start of your business, go for someone who is a little bit ahead of you in business, but you don't necessarily need to work with a big guru coach who's really, really expensive, because they might not be the best coach for you right now. They might have a really long-term view of where you could go in your business, but they kind of might not remember what it was like at the start. So it's totally okay to work with someone who's affordable for where you're at right now. You don't have to always stretch to, huge heights just because you think it would be good for you from a manifesting point of view. No, not at all. You just need someone who can help you take action, who can help you figure out what to do and troubleshoot as you go. So for me, that was a genius investment because I needed to get into action and make some money. Now, my next investment might surprise you because you might think it's got nothing to do with business, but that's not true. My really good investment at the start of my business was hiring a cleaner for my house, because my house was always really messy and I would spend like every weekend fighting with my hubby about who was going to clean the bathroom, and I didn't want to do it. I was crap at it and he was bad at it. So the thing is, even at the start of your business when you're not earning a lot of money, I think something like hiring a cleaner is a really quite inexpensive way to declutter some of that crap in your life and, create a nice environment for you. But it's also very highly symbolic as well, because it means that you go into your business with that mindset of, it's too expensive for me to clean my own house, and I need to focus on income producing activities. Because if you're doing things like cleaning your own toilet, no one's paying you for that. No one's paying you for that. You need to be out there getting your first client. You need to be there making money. And you might think, well, I'm not making any money, so I should do the cleaning and the money making stuff. I don't agree with that. I think it's very, very symbolic, but I also think it will take some clutter off your plate and help you really focus that time. This is especially important if you work from home, which I do. Your home is your workspace, and you shouldn't be procrastinating during the day cleaning your own toilet. And if your partner's saying, "Oh, well, you're at home all day, you can do the laundry now." No, that's not how it works. And Mark tried to do that, my hubby. He'd go, "Oh, can you go pick up my dry cleaning? Can you go to the post office for me? Can you just throw in some laundry?" And I'd be like, "I'm at work. Sorry." I'm at work, just like you are. Why can't you clean the toilet? Oh, that's right, you're in an office. Guess what? So am I. So hiring a cleaner is hugely important. And if you haven't done it yet, get to it. The third investment, which was brilliant for my business and actually didn't cost me a lot at the start, was getting great photos. Now, you might not have a Swish website. You might not have great branding. I didn't even have a proper logo for like the first 4 years of my business, right? But I always had pretty good photos. And that can make such a difference to how people perceive you and your brand. I mean, I don't wake up like this, right? I don't work on the beach on my laptop with my surfboard next to me with perfect hair. I don't drive around town in a beautiful blue Kombi. But great photos can really elevate your brand. And first year of business, I actually did a bartering arrangement, which I don't recommend you do, but then I worked with her again and she was very affordable and I got some great photos. I went and got my hair done. I did my own makeup. We, went down to the beach, and just having that made my brand feel a bit more pro. And you can upgrade those as you go. You can upgrade them every single year. You can upgrade them twice a year as you become more successful in business. But I think it is such a great investment to make at the start of your business. Okay, so there are the three things: house cleaner, great photos, and a coach or a mentor. Now let's talk about when you start to make a little bit more money in your business. So this is me. I started to, have some regular clients. I started to actually make some money. What did I invest in that made huge differences in my business? The first thing that I invested in was a bookkeeper. And I was so scared about investing in a bookkeeper. I looked at the money that it was going to cost me every single month, which is great because a lot of bookkeepers, make you pay monthly, which is a great business model for them. But I was just thinking, how am I ever going to make that money back? And I realized that 1, doing my own books was stressing me out. 2, no one was paying me for it. And 3, it was mental clutter that I did not need. And then, let's look at the symbolic stuff of it. If you think you're never going to make the money back from hiring a bookkeeper, it just shows the universe you don't have a lot of faith that you are going to make more money in your business. When I upgraded and invested into a bookkeeper, I suddenly felt like I had a real business. And having someone see my financials every month was really motivating, actually. And, my first bookkeeper, I remember she was with me from earning not very much money to when I first hit 6 figures. And she cheerleaded me through that process. But I actually felt like I was in a real business. And because I had suddenly had those overhead expenses, it motivated me to have a new kind of income comfort level each month. And I was like, well, I have to hit that, to make the money. And it did inspire me to increase my income. So that's something I really recommend. If you have started to make some money, do it. The next thing I invested in was an assistant. And, I totally screwed up many times. And I've written about how to hire a first assistant. So you can go read that as well. I screwed up many, many times. But again, I felt like I was in business. And I started to outsource some of those tasks that I wasn't good at, or things that stressed me out. And that really, really helped. So if you've been procrastinating on that as well, I remember my friend James Wedmore, he said to me pretty much at the start of my business, he goes, you can't get to 6 figures doing everything yourself. And I was like, oh, crap. Maybe I can be the first one to have a really successful business doing everything myself. And he was like, no, that's not going to happen. So when it's time for you to hire an assistant to get some of those things off your plate. The third thing that I invested in at that stage was a mastermind. And this was someone's program where I joined a mastermind group of people at a similar level in business to me. And this, I think, was really key because suddenly I had peers, I had people who understood where I was in business, could give me advice, specific advice to my situation. And it was just that next level of being in free groups. You know, it was curated. It was someone had created a safe space for us, and it really pushed me to go to that next level. And you can start your own mastermind for sure. You can buy into somebody else's community. For example, my Lucky Bitch Money Bootcamp comes with an amazing community. You might join, a small business group for people who want to go to 6 figures or who want to go from 6 to 7 figures. And I think it is really good to find a specific one. So for me, joining one of people who are at my level of business was hugely, hugely valuable. Now, what about the next step, that kind of when your income is soaring, what do you invest in then? Well, again, my top 3 investments, they're not that unusual actually. So one thing that really helped me, I think, go to the next level was hiring brand experts to take, my kind of photos that were good at the time to take everything to the next level. So that for me meant investing in a logo, investing in look and feel, hiring a set designer to come and design our sets, and just, really pro kind of thing. Now you might think, oh, maybe I need to do that now in my business. At the start of my business and at the start of your business, you just need to focus on getting experience and getting clients. You don't need the slickest, proest brand out there. And for a lot of entrepreneurs, I think doing that is procrastination, right? You're like, wow, once I have the perfect hex color for my website, then the clients will come flocking in. No, it doesn't work like that. You can upgrade that stuff as you go. But if you're at the level now where your income is starting to grow a lot more, well, maybe it is time to invest in your image and your brand and take that to the next level. And I know for me, when I changed my website and I upgraded my Lucky Bitch Money Bootcamp, suddenly it felt like I was just at that next level of pro, and that can attract the next level of clients you need to go to that next level of income. So that was hugely valuable for me. The next one was outsourcing more tech stuff. So that meant website, getting people to help me with my Infusionsoft, getting people to help me with my Google Analytics, all that stuff that I was really bad at that I needed experts to come in and help me. And I guess the third one, which is exactly the same, but is about hiring people who work in their zone of genius to help me. So if I had a particular problem, like for example, I wanted to know how much I should charge for speaking. So I found some speaking experts to have a few sessions with me so they could give me their information, and I didn't have to go and search for that myself, or I didn't have to go through trial and error. And I think that's a really important part at this stage of business when you are soaring with your income, is you don't want to screw around trying to find people who aren't working in their zone of genius. You want their answers, you're prepared to pay for them quickly with either VIP days or one-to-one sessions. You might not want to do a DIY course anymore. You don't want to go through a 6-week course to learn something. You just want to find out who the expert is, tell me the top line things, better yet, do it for me, and we can move on, because obviously your time is worth more than it used to be at that stage. So hopefully that helps. And I want to hear from you in the comments. What level of business are you in right now? And what has been your best investment so far? Because, this is all really important information to share with the Lucky Bee community. But also that whole thing about investing where is appropriate for you right now. And that will help you get to that next level. And then worry about that level of investment you need to make. Don't jump ahead and stress about things that you don't need yet, or that are just not appropriate to you right now. So yeah, I'd love to hear the discussion in the comments. And, if you don't know me, come over to luckybitch.com. I've got lots of great resources for you. My last thing to say is, as always, it's your time and you're ready for the next step. Hey, gorgeous Lucky Bee. Thanks for watching my video today, but if you need more Denise in your life, and who doesn't, then don't worry, I've got something extra special for you. I've just created a brand new Money Blocks workshop just for female entrepreneurs who want to work on their money mindset, because I've identified 7 main ways that entrepreneurs like you are blocking your income every day. Things like bartering, undercharging, and struggling with setting money boundaries. So you can sign up for this totally free money workshop at luckybitch.com/blocks and start unlocking everything holding you back from making
making money and creating the life of your dreams. Now, there's no fluff, just practical Virgo solutions and advice so you can clear those 7 pesky money blocks. You deserve to make great money in your business, and there has never been a better time like today to start clearing your money blocks. So sign up at luckybitch.com/blocks and start your clearing today.